Why is sleep so important for our health and overall well-being?
Just a single night of sleep deprivation, it can actually reduce your NK cell, which is the main immune cell for your body.
The optimized duration of sleep that an average adult needs is about 7 to 8 hours.
You shouldn't exercise too close to your sleep time. You can actually do some breathing exercise. This breathing exercise will actually help to slow down your heart rate, then prepare your body to go back into sleep better.
Hello everyone, it's your friend Bella and welcome back to Priority. Today we are going to dive deep into a topic that affects us all, sleep. With me today is Dr. CC. He's an integrated medical doctor at the Laureate Wellness, holding a certificate from the American Board of Anti-Aging and Regenerative Medicine, as well as a certified functional medical doctor. He is the perfect person to enlighten us on our topic today. So let's just dive right in and explore ways to enhance our sleep for a healthier and happier life. Hi doctor. With all the health trends and quick fixes that is available in the market today, how do you communicate the long-term benefit of sustainable wellness through a functional lens to your patients?
So speaking of sustainable health and wellness, in functional medicine, we always look at the root cause of disease. And also, we want to work on the fundamentals. So the fundamental beings things like healthy diet, regular exercise, stress management, and also sleep optimization. So by improving these fundamentals, we can see gradual but more effective results in improving the health.
Why is sleep so important for our health and overall well-being?
So sleep is one of the most important pillars in terms of health and wellness. So sleep works on repairing and restoring our body and cell. So you can actually take a lot of healthy diet, regular exercise, and a lot of nutritious supplements. But if you don't work on your sleep, you don't have a good sleep, I don't think you will see a good results in terms of your health.
And that's where functional health comes in, right?
Yes.
And can you please explain what are some of the stages in sleep and how does each stages affect our body and our mind?
Yeah. So before we talk about optimizing sleep, we need to understand the details and the stages of sleep. So sleep are divided into 5 stages. So first 1 and 2 stages are what we call light sleep. And then 3 and 4, stage 3 and 4 are the deep sleep. And then the following one is we call REM sleep, which is rapid eye movement sleep. So the most important stages are the deep sleep and also the REM sleep. Yeah. So what happens in deep sleep is we call it physical restoration phase. So in deep sleep, our body actually produces a lot of growth hormone. So this growth hormone is actually needed for our body repair and restoration. And then another process that happens during deep sleep is our lymphatic circulations, which means the lymphatics in the brain. It's where the waste product in the brain is actually removed from our brain. So this actually happens in the deep sleep phase. And then in REM sleep, we call it mental restoration. So you can say deep sleep is for physical restore and REM is focused more on mental and restore. So what happens is in REM sleep, our brain actually moves the short-term memory to the long-term memory. So basically it's like consolidation and organizing the memory. And also in this phase is where the dreaming happens. So in the dream, actually it's where the brain actually process our daily emotion that we are exposed to. We need to be processed and then through this REM sleep.
Most Malaysians are struggling with sleep issues these days. So based on your experience, what are some of the factors that has contributed to this problem?
This sleeping problem or insomnia problem is actually not only Malaysia issues, but it's actually a global issues. Yeah. So a lot of like our modern lifestyle is actually affecting our sleep quality. For example, light, artificial light. This artificial light invention actually changes a lot, affects our sleep quality a lot. Yeah. Because when we are exposed to this light, it's like it will affect our brain melatonin production. So we need this melatonin production for us to go into sleep. Yeah. So once if we are keep exposing to all this artificial light or blue light from devices, from our house lighting and all, yeah. So we don't produce a lot of melatonin. So this will kind of like affect our sleep quality. Yeah. And then also our modern culture, social link culture is like we tend to like do all the social activity at night, yeah, after
Right.
work hours and all. So we tend to eat late, very late, and then
There's
also
a lot of mama 24
yes,
hours.
especially mamak,
Yeah.
yeah, which we don't see a lot in other countries. Yeah,
Yeah.
mamak culture is one of it, and then also some beverage intake like coffee and alcohol also affects this quality. Yeah.
Okay. And how do our sleep needs and patterns change as we age?
Okay, so actually, yeah, our sleep duration and needs actually changes over the years. Yeah, especially during the growing phase, which is the baby, starting from baby and children, they will need more sleep. Usually, will need more than 10 hours of sleep. Yeah, because their body need to grow. So as we know, when we sleep, the growth hormone actually is produced. So this will actually help them to grow better. And then once we attain we become adult, then our sleep timing kind of like stabilize. And then usually for an average adult, we need about 7 to 9 hours of sleep. But a lot of elderly, they will say that, oh, I don't need so much of sleep, yeah, because I'm old already. But in fact, that's not true. Yeah, because for elderly, they still need at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Yeah, because if not, then the body can't repair and restore well. Then the body will start aging faster, and then once the organs is aging, then it will leads to all sorts of medical conditions.
So I would say that the optimized duration of sleep that an average adult need is about 7 to 8 hours.
Yes.
A lot of elderlies would complain that they have sleep issues, so they can't really sleep well at night, and that's why they tend to sleep for only maybe 4 to 5 hours per day. What suggestions would you have for them?
So there are a lot of different factors that causes insomnia in this group of people. Yeah, for example, elderly, they might have some medical conditions such as like hormonal imbalance, especially for women like menopause. Then for men, they might have some condition that will cause them to need to pass urine at night, and all this will actually affect the sleep quality. And then other reasons are like if they have a lot of stress, they're anxious, then they think a lot at night, then all this also will actually affect the sleep quality. So we need to see what are the root cause of their insomnia. Then we can only talk about what can be done.
Okay, so mainly the reason why elderly tend to have a harder time to sleep well could come from the reason of health issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of it is health issue. Also can be due to certain nutritional deficiency. Yeah, for example, like we need melatonin production. So if the body can't absorb the amino acid well, also the production will be reduced. And then certain minerals like magnesium, yeah, if they are deficient in magnesium, their body cannot relaxes properly. Yeah, so that could be some of the reasons.
Okay, so I would say that the myth that elderly requires less sleep is not the truth.
Yes, exactly. They need the same amount as
An average adult.
Yes.
Okay. What is the impact of sleep deprivation on our physical health, and how does it impact us in the long run?
So sleep deprivation will affect our physical health a lot. Yeah. So for example, yeah, when you are sleep deprived, your cell and your body will age faster. So for long-term sleep deprivation, your body will become deteriorate very fast. And then it can also affect different systems in our body. For example, effects on immune system. Just a single night of sleep deprivation, let's say you sleep for 4 hours, it can actually reduce your NK cell, which is the main immune cell for your body, to about 1/4 of it. 25% will be left. So just a single night, it will actually suppress your immune system a lot. So that's why you see, if you get lack of sleep for long term, then your immune system will be suppressed, then you easily get sick.
Yeah, I think that's why a lot of us, whenever we say that, when we are traveling, we don't get enough rest, and we tend to fall sick very easily. But what about chronic diseases? Like, does sleep actually has any relations to diseases like diabetes, heart issues, or obesity?
Yes, sleep deprivation has a big impact on this, I would say, metabolic health. So when we talk about metabolic health, it includes the common 3 high problem, like high cholesterol, high blood pressure, high sugar, but not only including that, but including things like high uric acid, obesity, and fatty liver. All these are categorized under metabolic disease. So sleep deprivation has a huge impact on this, because when you sleep less, you tend to affect your satiety hormones, which is the hormone that make you full. So when you don't sleep enough, the next day you'll have a lot of craving, then you tend to overeat after that. And then sleep deprivation also affects our insulin sensitivity. So insulin is the hormone, another hormone that we requires to actually regulate our blood sugar. So when you have low insulin sensitivity, then it's higher tendency for us to get things like diabetes. Another reason is sleep deprivation increase a lot of stress hormone. Stress hormone causes inflammation and also affects our blood pressure. So tends to when we don't sleep enough, our blood pressure will shoot up, our heart rate will shoot up. Then if you maintain this condition for long term, then you will have a huge impact on your heart as well.
Because I do realize that whenever I don't get enough sleep, or if I don't get quality rest, I tend to binge on a lot of sweet stuff the next day. And I don't feel full, that I constantly need to get something to eat. And I think that is also what leads to weight gain as well, in the long run.
Especially the weight, the overeating, and also the insulin sensitivity reduction actually leads to all these metabolic conditions. When
we talk about physical health, then one concern I have is, what about for shift workers or people who work irregular hours? They don't have a choice. And what will you suggest them to do to optimize their health despite their unit working hours?
Speaking of shift work, actually WHO has done a study, and it shows that those has sleep deprivation or night shift worker has higher risk for getting cancer. Because as we know, the sleep deprivation actually suppress our immune system, and we need our immune system to protect us from the cancer. So when they have this sleep deprivation or shift work, then it is actually increasing the risk. So what can they do to actually reduce this impact is, I would say, whenever they can sleep, they should actually optimize their sleep quality. So we can do things like optimize the sleep environment, then avoid things like stimulant that will affect the sleep quality, such as caffeine intake, exercise, or alcohol intake, all this. So we can actually improve the sleep quality when they sleep. And then whenever they can catch some nap. So things like power nap, actually it cannot replace the full sleep cycle totally, but it can actually reduce slightly the negative impact of sleep deprivation. So ideally, nap, you can actually take about 30 minutes to 90 minutes nap. Yeah, but if you don't want the nap to affect your actual sleep, then
Yeah.
keep it less than 30 minutes would be ideal.
For instance, if I don't get enough sleep tonight, is it okay for me to use nap to fill up the lost sleeping hours?
Yeah, we call this sleep debt. Yeah, you can
sleep
actually
debt.
fully pay back the sleep debt, but you can actually reduce the negative impact by napping.
So what is the ideal time for napping?
So basically there are two types of nap. Yeah, one is what we call power nap. So power nap is actually to help you to recharge our brain, recharge our body, to give us a boost. So power nap ideally should be less than 30 minutes or 25 to 30 minutes. Yeah, because if you exceed that timing, then it affect the sleep, the following night sleep. Yeah, because this will actually reduce the sleep pressure. Then it's harder for you to get into sleep at night. Yeah. But another form of sleep is for the compensation of the loss of sleep previous night. Yeah, so this one you can actually sleep longer. Ideally should be about one cycle of sleep cycle, which is about 90 minutes. This will actually help to compensate a bit of like previous night's sleep loss, but you cannot totally recover from the sleep loss. Just that we reduce a bit of the negative impact.
Interesting. And then what about, because I personally do struggle with sleep issues, and sometimes when I lie on the bed, I couldn't fall asleep and I could lie there for 4 hours. Does that still consider as a good rest?
Okay, so this kind of rest, we call it non-sleep deep rest. So it cannot compensate totally as well. Yeah, it cannot replace the full night proper sleep. But this non-sleep deep rest, if you compare to normal sleep, like 1 hour of this non-sleep deep rest is equivalent to about 20 minutes of sleep.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's still, there are some form of rest to your body, just that it's not fully the restorative process.
And then what would you suggest to people who wake up in the middle of the night and then they just couldn't fall back asleep?
Yeah, this happens to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So when you actually wake up, actually ideally you shouldn't get up from bed and look at the time or look at your phone, but because this will increase your unnecessary stress to your body. So you should just continue lie down on the bed and think that, oh, you are going into this non-sleep deep rest, you're still getting enough rest. And then because we want to go back to sleep, we need our heart rate to go down to less than 60 beats per minute. Yeah, so in order to achieve that, you can actually do some breathing exercise. We call it 4-7-8 breathing exercise.
Okay, so how does it work?
So what we do in this is like we inhale for 4 seconds. So inhale, then you hold the breath for 7 seconds, and then you exhale for 8 seconds. Then you repeat this cycle. Then this breathing exercise will actually help to slow down your heart rate, then prepare your body to go back into sleep better.
Okay. And then does counting the sheep works?
Counting the sheep, I don't think this is not normally told by our parents. Yeah. So counting sheeps, because you still need to use your mind to actually
Alright.
count. Yeah. So I think it will.
So that is another myth.
It's not
that
so
is
effective.
Not truth. Not the truth. Yeah. Okay, so when it comes to coffee is a huge thing in Malaysia, and it plays a significant role in our life. And does it affect our sleep in any way?
Yes. Caffeine intake is one of the main factor that is affecting our sleep quality.
Yeah.
And we cannot live without coffee.
Right.
A lot of people cannot live without coffee.
Most of us, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah.
But once you put the caffeine into our body, it has to be metabolized by our body. So it takes time for it to be processed. So normal caffeine half-life is about 6 to 8 hours. So meaning when you drink 1 cup of coffee, you need about 6 to 8 hours to process half of it, to get half of it from your body.
Okay.
Yeah. So ideally, coffee intake should be earlier than 2 p.m. if you don't want it to affect your sleep.
So there's a time where, like, is there a time when you should be taking coffee?
Yeah, there are also, just now I talked about the last caffeine intake that will affect the sleep.
Yeah.
But if you want to improve your productivity, your energy and all, there's ideal time for the first cup of coffee. So when you wake up, actually there are increase in your stress hormone to actually wake you up. So if you straight away drink the coffee, the effect won't be so significant. It won't give you any effect because you already have the hormone rise. So ideal time for your first cup of coffee should be when the hormones start to drop a bit, which is about 90 minutes after you wake up. Yeah. So this will maximize the caffeine impact.
Okay, so the last cup should be at 2 p.m. and the first cup should be 90 minutes
After you wake up.
after you wake up.
Yeah.
And then what about some people, they are still able to go to bed drinking coffee at night.
Yes.
But some people, they are just so sensitive to
Correct.
caffeine.
Correct.
And there are some cases where they get heart palpitations once they consume caffeine.
Yep.
Why is this happening?
Yeah. This is a good question. Yeah. Because there are actually fast metabolizer and poor metabolizer. This is all because of the gene. Yeah. So the fast metabolizer, they have advantage that they can metabolize the caffeine very fast.
Yeah.
So it won't affect them even they drink the coffee at night. Then it won't affect their sleep. So this gene is called CYP1A2. It's a specific gene that we can actually test it. Yeah. So for myself, I actually tested. Myself is a poor metabolizer. So I can't actually take a lot of coffee. Yeah.
So it means that is that something that is genetically inherited from our parents, or is something that we develop over time?
No, this is gene. So you
Okay.
can't actually do anything to change it.
Okay.
Yeah. But then our body is smart that it can actually adapt. So like myself, initially if I drink a lot of coffee, just 1 cup or 2 cup, then I will have a lot of palpitation. I will even cough because of the caffeine effect.
Okay.
But then after some time of drinking coffee, then my body kind of like adapt to all this reaction. Even though my metabolism is still the same, but then our body can adapt to some of the caffeine effect.
Okay. And then besides coffee, is there any other food or beverages that affects our sleep quality?
Yes, there are 2 most popular drinks in the world, coffee being one of it, and then one is alcohol.
Yeah.
So alcohol intake will definitely affect our sleep quality. Yeah. And a lot of people say that I drink some alcohol to help me to sleep better.
Right.
Yeah. So it's not wrong because alcohol intake will actually help you to like go into sleep more easy. But then the quality is not there. So when you take alcohol, it's like when you go into surgery, you are anesthetized. Yeah. So it's like numbing your senses and all, but it's not, the restorative process is not happening. So when you take alcohol, the deep sleep is not there. The REM sleep also will be affected. All this, most of the time you'll just stay in the light sleep. Yeah. So there's no restorative process happening.
No wonder a lot of people, they tend to feel tired, like despite sleeping through the day after they consume alcohol on the next day. And because I do realize that some of my friends actually, they don't get restful sleep at night, and sometimes they just move around, they mumble throughout their sleep. So that means that it's like in their light sleeping stage.
When they consume a lot of alcohol, then they will be staying in the light stage of sleep most of the time. Yeah.
Okay. So sometimes it's hard to avoid social gatherings at night, and when it involves alcohol, is there any suggestions that you would advise people in that case?
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes when you can't avoid, then you can actually minimize the impact. Yeah. So what you can do is like you should limit your alcohol intake to 2 units per night. Yeah. If it's anything more than 2 units, then you'll go into the anesthesize phase. Yeah, but 2 units also you need to like take some fluid in between the drinks. Yeah, so this will actually minimize the impact. Yeah, so because alcohol actually is a diuretic, so it makes you go to the toilet a lot. Yeah, you pass a lot of urine, so you tend to get a lot of dehydration. Yeah, so you need to properly hydrate after alcohol intake. Yeah. Also, yeah, ideally should keep it the alcohol intake about 3 hours before you sleep. Yeah, not too close to your sleep.
Okay. So 2 units means that 2 cups
Yeah,
of
roughly about
2 glasses of
wine.
wine.
Yeah.
So you mentioned about diuretic effect. So it also affects your quality sleep
Yes,
at
yes.
night because you have to run to the
Yeah, exactly.
loo. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to wake up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then I think there's another factor that would contribute to poor sleep quality. I personally love to have someone that I trust to sleep next to me. It provides me a sense of comfort, security, but also sometimes it affects my sleep.
Yeah, exactly. So there are pros and cons in having someone or having a partner to sleep beside you. So pros is like things like you mentioned. Yeah, it gives you comfort, give you safety, sense of safety, and then for like those emotional bonding and all is good.
Right.
But yeah, there are cons because not everyone have a same sleeping pattern. So some may want to sleep at a specific temperature, some want it warmer, some want it colder. So this difference will actually affect the sleep quality. And then also some movement, sometimes certain movement in during sleep will actually affect your partner. Yeah. And then especially those who are snoring. Yeah, when you snore, yeah, definitely it will disrupt your partner's sleeping quality. Yeah. So all these are factors that will affect the sleep quality by having a sleeping partner.
What about getting massages to relax my body before I go to bed?
Yeah. I think having massage is actually good. Yeah, so massages actually helps to relaxes your muscle, also calm your body down. And then some massages actually uses some essential oil. So certain essential oil like lavender and all actually help to calm down your muscle and nervous system as well. So makes you relax. So once your body are more relaxed and calm, then yeah, you can actually improve your sleep quality.
Yeah, because I do think that I love taking a bath, so I love to put some essential oil into my bath and then maybe a little bit on my body before I go to bed, and it actually helps to relax my mind and help me to sleep better throughout the night.
Yeah. So speaking of bath, yeah, it's good to have a hot bath because hot bath actually calm down your muscle, relaxes your muscle, and then in the bath you can actually add in some Epsom salt also. If you have the bathtub and all, you can soak your body in the Epsom salt. It actually helps to relax your muscle, your body as well. Yeah, so it makes you sleep better. Yeah. So basically, Epsom salt is a magnesium. So
I didn't know that.
magnesium sulfate. So it helps to calm down your body.
And then sleep is often also linked to mental health. So how can sleep deprivation leads to mental health issues and vice versa?
Okay, so when we sleep, yeah, we need actually sleep to process our emotion, detox our brain, you know, and then also balance the stress hormone and all. Yeah, so when you are sleep deprived, yeah, then there will be a lot of stress hormones in your body. Then stress hormone causes inflammation, not only in body, also causes inflammation in your brain. And then when you don't sleep well, your daily emotion are not actually processed. So a lot of negative kind of like impact will have in your mood and all. And then one more thing, yeah, we need to actually detox the brain, yeah, from the waste product. So when you don't detox well without sleep, then the waste product will build up. Then this will cause affects our neurotransmitter and all. So this will actually affect the mental health as well.
And then in other way, the mental health issues like depression or stress or anxiety also often linked to issues like insomnia.
Yeah. So it's a two-directional influence. Yeah. So poor sleep will cause mental health issue, and mental health issue like anxiety, depression also will affect your sleep quality. So this is a two-directional effect.
Then in that case, how can they always say that, oh, when you sleep better and you exercise more, it will help you to sleep better. So how can diet and getting exercises and moving our body helps to improve our sleep patterns and quality?
So these are the lifestyle factors that we can actually do to improve our sleep quality.
Yeah.
So for example, we talk about exercise. So ideally, if you want to improve your deep sleep quality, you can do about 15 to 20 minutes of cardio exercise. Studies actually shows this will actually improve our deep sleep quality. But exercising, the timing also is important.
Okay.
You shouldn't exercise too close to your sleep time. So ideally about 4 hours apart. Yeah, because exercising also will increase the body temperature. So we need a colder body temperature to go into sleeping. And then
What about food?
Food, yes.
Yeah.
Because when we sleep, we need the melatonin hormone production from our brain. Then this hormone production requires some nutrients like certain specific amino acids like tryptophan. So by taking a balanced diet which contains proteins, carbohydrates, and good fat, it will actually provide the nutrients for this hormone production.
I've heard that some people would say that, oh, don't give your kids sugary food before you go to bed because it will hype them up. Is it? How does it work?
Yeah, sugar basically it's a very inflammatory food. Yeah, so sugar will cause some inflammation in the brain. So it become the children after taking sugar, they'll be more energetic, then become more active. Yeah, so it will actually affect their sleep too.
Because the inflammation will lead to more
Energy.
more energy.
It gives them more energy and also it causes inflammation.
Okay. Most Malaysians would use natural remedies to solve various health concerns. And what are some suggestions you have for in terms of natural remedies or supplementations that you would suggest to your patients when it comes to sleep struggles?
So we can talk about food, yeah, like beverage. Some beverage that you can use are like chamomile tea, lavender, and that another herbs called passion flower. Yeah, these are some nutrients or herbs that will actually help to calm your body and also improve your sleep. Yeah, but these are milder form of like nutrients.
Sleep aid.
Yeah, sleep aid, milder sleep aid. Yes. Then you want a stronger effect one would be things like supplemented. It will be in supplement form. One common nutrients that I normally use are melatonin. Yeah. So, but there are many types of melatonin.
Yeah.
So we'll need to go for the better quality ones without any additives and all. Yeah. So that would actually help. Yeah. Because melatonin is an important sleep hormone that our own brain also produces. But because of various reasons, yeah, your brain doesn't really produce
as much.
Yeah, enough.
Okay.
So you can take some supplementation. Of course, it's not for long term. It's just for short term fix. Yeah, to actually regulate your sleep cycle.
There are also a lot of sleep aids out there in the market. Something like functional food that helps you to sleep better. Functional drinks.
Yeah.
Functional candies, as well as melatonin chocolates.
Yeah.
So do these things actually work? Would you suggest your audience or your clients to?
I can't comment because I will need to see what is the actual ingredient inside. Yeah. So because a lot of these food items, right, they might contain a lot of like additives, sugar, they are highly processed, So yeah. So you need to look at the ingredient list.
Okay.
Yeah. And another important supplements that I would recommend is Magnesium, yes, magnesium. So magnesium actually is important minerals that our body needs, and it helps to relax our nervous system, calm down, relax the muscle. So there are different types. For sleep, I will suggest this magnesium glycinate form. So it is more effective in supporting your sleep quality. Yeah.
So supplementation wise, you would suggest to take magnesium. You can just get over the counter and all these things, and then as well as melatonin, preferably prescribed by doctors.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, and then otherwise you could change your lifestyle, exercise at the right time, and also taking in the right macros, nutrients.
Yes.
Okay, and then I think that the space where we are sleeping in is also very important to our sleep quality. So how would you suggest us to create a sleep-friendly environment?
Our sleeping environment actually affects a lot on our sleep hygiene. So a few things that we want to look into if you want to have a good sleep environment. So first thing is lighting. Second is the comfort of your beddings. And then third is the temperature. So speaking of lighting, because we need the melatonin hormones, which only produce in a total darkness state. So it's a darkness hormone. So we need to make sure that our environment is properly blacked out. This will actually help in our sleep. And then the bedding has to be comfortable. So so that it won't cause any like aches and pains in your spine and all. So comfortable beddings is very important. And then thirdly is temperature. So ideal temperature is more on a colder environment. So optimum is about 16 to 20 degrees Celsius. So this is will improve your sleep quality.
I like how you mentioned about beddings because a lot of my friends actually complain about backache from maybe bad beddings, and it actually affects their performance and productivity the next day.
True,
So that is also something that we really need to take into consideration, spending on the right bedding.
Bedding, pillows, all these are very important.
And then before we end, I'd like to ask if you have any advice or tips for people who are struggling with sleep issues.
If you want to optimize your sleep, you will need to look into the fundamentals that we have mentioned earlier. But I can suggest a routine. So ideally 1 hour before you sleep, you should actually prepare to wind down. So this 60 minutes process, you can have some routine. So for example, you can split this 60 minutes into 20 minutes slot. So the first 20 minutes slot, you can use it to prepare your morning. So you can prepare your clothing, prepare some work things, or those who have children can help your children to prepare some of their stuff. Then this is the first 20 minute slot. The second 20 minute slot is for hygiene purpose, for washing, brushing, and also some may go for like shower and all. So this is for hygiene purpose. Then thirdly is to really wind down. So you need to calm down your mind. Basically, take out your thoughts that in your mind. So things that you can do for this is like you can do meditation, you can do prayer, you can do breathing exercise, or some even like listening to music, or journaling. These are few things that you can do. So by having this kind of routine will actually help you to improve your sleep quality better.
I like how you're creating a structure for your bedtime routine, because it's like the 1 hour before bed is really important, and how you just categorize it into 3 slots is really helpful, because the first slot you get your tasks for the next day done, so that you can go to bed with ease. And then the second slot, you wash up, you get yourself ready to prepare yourself to bed. And then the last slot, you can do some meditation, read some books, and then maybe breathing exercise to really wind down your body, relax your mind, so that you have a good night's sleep. Yeah, perfect. So thank you very much for a very insightful discussion, and I hope you guys enjoy the episode as much as I do. And do let us know down in the comment section below what do you want us to talk about in the next episode. Also, if you like the idea of what we are doing here, remember to hit the like button and subscribe to us so you don't miss a thing. And it will also motivate us to create better contents for you. So see you next time. Bye.
Bye.